So as we know that presently we are studying elements. So elements are how many types, Mitakshari? Elements are 3 types. Yes or no? So we have been classified the elements into 3 types. That is what we used to call as what, guys? It is called as metals and non-metals, and last one is called as metalloids. Understand? Now, as we know, we are studying only now at metals. So last class we already discussed the properties of metals. Totally 3 properties we studied. Now let us discuss what is the properties, remaining properties, and we'll make it everything clear by today. So now totally we are having 11 properties of metals. In last class 3 properties we already studied. Can anybody tell me what is the properties? 3 properties we already studied. Properties of metals. What is the 3 properties? First property,
malleability.
Metals are malleable, metals are ductile, and what is the third property, Mr. Reddy? Metals are good conductors of heat and as well as what? Electricity. Understand? That is what. Now, the 4th property, we are going to start with that. Right, 4th property, metals are lustrous or shiny. Metals are lustrous, Lustrous. Metals are lustrous. 4th property. Everybody write it. Metals are lustrous, or we can say what? Shiny, and can be polished. And can be polished. Do you understand, everyone? Everybody? So that is what. So now you tell me, you might be seeing our surroundings and all. Not all the metals, everything, most of the metals, exemption will be there. So if we take metals, suppose if you are having iron pipe in our home, you might be noticed, basically iron pipe will be appears as light brown color. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes, please. Yes, please respond. Light brown color. Now you kept in our home for some days. It will be start reacting with oxygen, so that it will be start corrosion. Corrosion will take place, or we can say rusting of iron. Yes, ready? Tamil, what we can say rusting. Telugu we can say tuppu. In Tamil, what we can say? Mitakshri, rusting. What we can say in Tamil? Now, if we'll cut this metal, if we'll cut this iron pipe freshly, if we'll cut this iron pipe at somewhere middle, then are you feeling the shining surface? Yes or no? Everybody? Please respond. Nobody. Shining surface, or else you can see, in our home you will be having some metal pipe. We will be having some metal pipe. Now, if you rub with sandpaper or with some kind of machine on the surface of this pipe, so that the pipe will be shining. Have you noticed it, Omar? Yes or no? Everybody? Yes, Akilan, that is what it is called as lustrous in nature. So, basically all the metals, for example, gold. If we'll take silver, if we'll take copper, they all are shiny metals. And also you can see, ask your mother or your even girls, ladies can know. Frequently silver metal, silver chain and legs you can keep. Girls will keep, our Indian girls will keep the legs. What we can say, Amma, that is patti. In Tamil, what we can say? Ready? Hurry. You should tell me, for the ladies, they'll keep her legs correct silver metal. That is, what is that called as? Patia.
Sir, metal, sir.
Whatever it is. So now you can see that one, regularly they will go for polishing or washing. Do you remember, guys? They will go to the gold shop and they'll ask us to wash it properly. So after washing, it will be shining more nicely. Yes or no, Mitakshri?
Yes, sir.
After washing, it will be shining more nicely. Yes or no? That is only called as polishing. Yes, please. Akilan? Yes, what happened? Now you can see. For example, you are having a shoe. If you polish it after with shoe polish, it will be very shining or not? Hari?
Yes, sir.
That is what polishing we can say. So all the metals if we'll take, if we'll try to polish it, if we'll rub with something, then it will be having a shiny surface. That is what we can call as the shining surface only. What is to call? Lustrous in nature, we can say. So all the metals, most of the metals, they're having lustrous in nature, and they are very, very good reflectors of light. What is that? They are good reflectors of light. Means when the light will falls on them, they will reflect it very nicely. That is why you can see. How many of you are seeing your face when you are eating in the silver plate? Are you seeing your face in your silver plate? Mr. Akilan?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Arun Kailas? Yes. Why? Why you
Yes,
can
sir.
able to see your face in a silver plate? Because silver is the shining metal or lustrous metal which will reflect the light more nicely or effectively. Understand, Akilan, Harish, Mitakshri? That is the
Yes,
reason.
sir.
Okay. So that is what. Call to Mr. Gokulra. Right. Reddy, what I will call to Danishkar. If he's not picking, leave it. Right. So gold, silver, and copper are shiny metals. Shiny metals, they can be polished very, very easily. You can see gold shops and all, you can see gold and all. If you take it, them, they'll wash it and they'll rub with a brush, so that after that, all the gold and silver will be shining very nicely. It is shining. Also, you can see new silver ornaments and all, which is hanged over in the shelf in the jewelry shop. You can see when you enter into the jewelry shop, when the light will falls on it, it will be like a sparking on our eyes. Have you noticed it? It will attract us. Is it true or not? It will attract us because when the light will falls on it, it will reflect it nicely, so that it will be attracting our attention towards to it. That is what the attractive property called as lustrous or shiny in nature. Understand, everyone? So the property of metals of having a shining surface is called as metallic luster. Metallic luster, or else Omar will say, Omar, are you there in meeting?
Yes, sir.
Now you can see, Omar, for your marriages and all, Muslim marriages and all, or else you can see some kind of stage functions and all. Face, if you add chamak. Do you know chamak? Girls maybe not know. Makeup. Yes, Hari, ready? Chimki, we can say. What you can call, Omar, that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, chimki, whatever it is. That is what chamak we can say. I think it is Hindi word. So that Hindi, what is the use of chamak? It will make reflection, like attraction in the face. Yes or no? Shining surface. Yes.
Yes,
The
sir.
same thing we used to call it as. So metals also having this shining surface called as, what is the property name called as? Ready? Metallic luster. What is to call? Metallic luster. Write it, please. The property of metal of having a shining surface. The property of metal. The property of metal having a shining surface. Mr. Arun Kailas, have you understand? I will remove from your meeting. You see now. Shining surface is called as, what was to call, Mitakshri? Is called metallic luster. Is called metallic luster. So also is to call it as what? Metallic luster. Harish, chamak we can say. Hindi word it is. Okay. Now, because of this shining appearance only, why can't we make the ornaments with sand or some other kind of iron and all? Why we are making always with the gold, silver and all? What is the reason? Why we are wearing the ornaments? Girls or boys, whatever it is. Why we are wearing chain, ring and all? Reason, tell me. What is the reason behind wearing the jewelry, everybody? To attract the people attention. Yes or no? By showing that. So that is what it is. So that is the only reason why we are making jewelry and as well as decoration pieces. You can see, I told you, silver we will use it in decoration of sweets also. Have you noticed it? Gold and silver. Yes, ready?
Yes, sir.
Because of what reason? Costly and make it attracting the people. That is the only reason. That is why we are using jewelry. This all the metals we are making them useful in making jewelry like gold, silver, and all, and as well as decorating pieces because of this shiny appearance only. So, what is the metals we are using for jewelry making? Anybody can tell? What is the metals? Gold and silver, also mixed with the copper, used for making jewelry because they are very, very bright and shiny in nature. Very, very bright and shiny in nature. Understand, Metals-3, Harini? That is what you have to write it. What is the examples, guys? What is the examples of metallic luster, metals? You can take,
Sir, marriage.
yeah. Yes, tell me, Aklan.
Marriage ornaments, sir. Ornaments.
Yeah, ornaments. That is what I'm saying. Jewelry or ornaments, or you can see silver coating and all they will do to make it attractive. Understand?
Yes, sir.
That is what. So that is the reason metals are using in where? Metals are used in decoration.
Metal in marriage.
Yes,
Decoration and
decoration and as well as we can say jewelry. Okay, so please note it down. So jewelry making because of its what property, Hari? Because of its shining nature.
Lustre.
And also one more reason. And one more property also I can say. Why we can use metals in jewelry? Why can't we use non-metals? One more reason also I can say. What is the reason? Can anybody guess? First property. Metals are what? Metals are what?
Malleable.
Metals are malleable in nature. Metals are ductile in nature. So that we can make it long chains without breaking. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is the reason. And also see, for example, I'll make a jewelry with some kind of non-metal. Is it possible to life will come? It will be breaking very easily. Yes or no? It is not strong. They are metal in nature. And that is the reason we are using these metals. One reason is shining in nature, and second reason is they are highly malleable and ductile in nature. So we can make it into different shapes. Are you understand, guys?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now this is what about the general property. Understanding shining nature, we can use in jewelry and decoration and all. But metals are what? They are very good reflectors of light. That is the most important property which will integrated with the physics. Understand? So the shiny surface of metals make them good reflectors of light. Please all of you write. The shining surface of metals, the shining surface. Omar, are you understanding? The shining surface of metals make them good reflectors of light. Good reflectors of light. Do you understand it? So means in the sense of, as I told you, are you seeing your face in the metal plate? Are you seeing your face in the metal plate or not? Silver plate. Yes, silver or steel or whatever it is. How you are able to see? Because of it is a good reflector of light only. So, which is the best reflector of light? Anybody can guess? Let me. I'm expecting from Metals-3 or Harini. Which is the best reflector or excellent reflector of light? Can you guess? Excellent reflector of light. Metals-3?
Gold.
Yes. No. Anyone? Anyone? Silver.
Sir,
Very
aluminum.
good. Silver metal is a
Gold, sir.
excellent reflector of light. Silver metal. Silver is the excellent reflector of light. Is it okay, guys? That is okay. This is the fourth property. Any doubt, Hari? Ready? What happened to Gokul? Have you called Danishkar ready?
Yes, sir, but he didn't attend, sir.
Let it be. No issues. I think he's not interested. No problem. We'll see that. Gokul. Okay. Shall we go to the next property?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Write it. This is the fourth property. Next, fifth property. Metals are hard or metals are very soft in nature. Is it possible to cut with a knife?
No, sir.
No, that is what.
Sometimes, sir.
Yeah, sometimes not. Only few metals, it's not all the metals. Okay. So we need very hard surfaces to cut the metals. That is what. So metals are generally very, very hard. That is the fifth property, right? Metals are generally hard. Fifth property of metals. Metals are, with actually what happened? Metals are generally hard. No response, nothing. Metals are generally hard. That is what the fifth property. Now here, exemption is there. Again, we're having two soft metals, which is not malleable, which is not ductile. What is the two metals? Anybody can tell?
Sodium and
Sulfur and
potassium.
Potassium. Sulfur, not sodium and potassium. So, if we take except sodium and potassium, most of the metals are very, very hard. Do you understand, everybody? Most of the metals are hard in nature and one and only liquid metal, except what? Except you have to say, except sodium,
Sodium and potassium.
potassium. They are softer, hard. They are soft, understanding, sodium and potassium, but we can cut them easily with a knife. We can cut easily with what?
Knife.
With a knife. But one and only liquid metal. What is the one and only liquid metal?
Mercury.
Mercury.
Only liquid
Mercury, sir.
mercury. What is the symbol of mercury? Hey, what happened to Kaushik?
Hg.
Reddy, you forgot about Kaushik. Mercury, what is that? Symbol.
Hg, sir.
Hg.
That is what. So, most of the metals are very hard in nature, except, understand, sodium and potassium. But you tell me, is it all the metals are equally hard? That is what my question. Anybody?
No,
Yes?
no, sir.
No, sir.
Is it all the metals are equally hard? Yes?
No, sir.
Yes, but they are not equally hard. They are not equally hard. Do you understand, everybody? Hard. Yes, please. Yes, sir. Yeah. They are not equally hard. Is it all the metals are same? No. So if we take most of the metal which are present are hard in nature, except sodium and potassium and liquid metal called as mercury. Now you tell me, which is the hardest known metal for us? Anybody? Don't say silver and gold. Yes, please.
Diamond.
Sir, diamond.
No, it
That
is
is non-metal.
Hari. Hari, diamond is the one most hardest known substance to the human. That is non-metal. It is allotropy of carbon. Understand, Hari? I am asking in metals, which we will use in everywhere. Cheapest metal it is. We will use in everywhere. That is what? Iron.
Is it copper?
Iron. Understand? So most of the metals like iron, copper, aluminum, they are very hard. Okay. So what is the metals very hard? Iron
Iron, copper, and aluminium.
and aluminum, etc. is very hard metals. Very, very hard metals. And you can see they cannot be cut with a knife. Is it possible to cut with a knife, these metals?
No, sir.
Yeah, that is what. Cannot be cut with a knife. Mr. Arun, I understand. That is what I'm asking. No response.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please be active and be attentive. Write it. So that is the hardest metal. So now you can see some exemption is there. Again, I'm saying, what is that extension? Sodium and potassium. So we can easily cut with a knife or not? Sodium and potassium, we can easily cut with a knife. That is what exemption. Okay. They'll ask you in exam, which metals are not showing the property called as hardness? Then what is the metals? You have to say sodium and
Sodium
potassium.
and potassium.
That is what. Okay. Right. Is next. Fifth property over. Sixth property. Metals are, they are very strong or very weak? That is what my question. Mitakshri?
Strong, sir.
Strong.
Sir,
That is
but some of the metals, sir.
yeah, some of the metals are not strong. That is why you can see metals are usually strong. They have high tensile strength. They are having what? High tensile strength. I will explain what is tensile strength. Right. Metals are usually strong. Next property. What is this property number 6? I think correct.
Yes, sir.
Metals are usually strong. Hari, have you understand? They have high tensile strength. Johan, they have high tensile strength. Actually, you should write tensile capital T. Tensile strength. Tensile strength. STRENGTH. Tensile strength. Okay. Can I explain first what is tensile strength? Mitakshri,
Sir.
observe very carefully. Tensile strength means holding capacity without breaking. Tensile strength means in the sense of holding capacity. For example, let me take, now I have given you one piece of paper and one piece of iron. Do you understanding? Now, Omar is holding this piece of paper and Reddy is holding this, like two persons holding this piece of iron. Now, Mitakshri will come and will dump 10 kg of sand on this. And here also 10 kg of sand. Now you tell me, is it paper can hold the 10 kg of sand?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What will happen? Paper will break so that the sand will fall down. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, everybody. That is what. Why? Paper is not strong. Understanding? Paper is not strong. Same way, if you take iron, iron can even hold 100 kg of sand without breaking. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is what. So, holding capacity only called as, what was to call Mitakshri? Holding capacity only called as tensile strength.
Tensile strength.
So, the metals can hold large weights without breaking. That is what we used to call as, they are having very strong, and if they can hold more weights, so that we are having more tensile strength or less tensile strength. More or less tensile strength. More tensile strength. If you take the paper, it's having less tensile strength. Tensile means what, Reddy? Holding capacity. What is that? Or carrying capacity. For example, Omar can carry 100 kg. Understanding? If it is Arun Kailash can carry 20 kg. So if you keep 30 kg, Arun Kailash will fall down. But Omar can be stand. He can hold it even 30, 40, 50 kg. So who is having more tensile strength? Who is having more tensile strength? Omar. That is the same way. So metals can hold more weights. So they're having very, very high tensile strength. Have you understand, everybody? Yes,
sir.
please. That is the reason.
Yes, sir.
All the iron bridges, you can see, all the bridges, construction works, railway lines, bridges, buildings, gridders, your house, window gridders, and missions, vehicles, chains, etc. All the things made up of what, guys? All the things made up of what?
And
Things.
metals, sir.
Metals only. Why it is metals? Because of
High tensile.
high tensile strength. But here also an exemption is there. Let me see who will guess. What is the exemption? Girls, Harini, what is the exemption? Two metals does not have high tensile strength, low tensile strength. What are the two metals?
Sir, sodium and potassium.
Sodium and potassium.
Potassium. Understanding? And one metal is liquid. What is that metal? Mercury.
Mercury.
Now see, if I have kept, this is the sodium, all of you, it is a block of sodium. What is this? A block of sodium. Now I kept here 100, let me take a 10 kg of stone. Do you understand, everyone? Now I kept the iron piece. This is iron, and I kept the same 10 kg of stone. Now you can see, if I keep 10 kg of stone, sodium will turn into what? Sodium will turn into powder. Understand?
Powder.
So because it is low tensile strength, it cannot hold it. But iron cannot be. It can hold more. Understanding? 1000 kg also you can keep. It cannot be compressed because it is very, very high tensile strength. It can hold it. Priyama, are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is what. So that is what you have to understand. So write it, everybody. So are you clear, everybody? What is metals are usually strong? That is what high tensile strength. So more tensile, more stronger. Greater will be the tensile strength, stronger will be the metal. Is it okay, guys? Write it.
Yes, sir.
Right. Metals can hold large weights without breaking. Metals can hold. Ready? Understand? Ready?
Yes, sir.
Metals can hold large weights without breaking. Without breaking. So, but that is only called as what? That is only called as without breaking
Tensile strength.
is known as high tensile strength. So now, which is the high tensile strength? Gold, silver, or iron? Anybody? Exactly.
Iron, sir, iron.
Only. So iron is the most understanding strong and as well as high tensile metal. High tensile strength. Understand, Metals-3? Iron. That is the reason we are using iron metal everywhere in construction. Bridges, buildings, railway lines, gridders, write it, note it down. And missions, vehicles, chains, etc. Please write it. Purima.
Sir, can you tell again?
Yes, due to iron metal, due to this, due to high tensile strength, right? That one, that is correct. Due to high tensile strength of iron, due to high tensile strength of iron, due to high tensile strength of iron, comma, is used in the construction of bridges, comma, is used in the construction of bridges, buildings, railway lines, and your home you are having iron gates or not? Iron gates, which is coated. Silver, what is that gates? Iron gates only, iron gates. Do you have iron gates? Or nowadays alloys are coming, alloy gates, no problem. That is also iron is major percentage. Gridders, we can say, that is what? Gridders, missions, vehicles and chains. Vehicles and chains. But exemption. What is the exemption, Metals-3? Exemption. Exception or exemption, whatever. Except what? Except sodium.
Sodium and potassium.
Sodium and potassium and mercury.
Mercury is liquid. Mercury we won't consider. Only sodium and potassium. Solids only. Purima.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sodium and potassium. So they are having low tensile or high tensile. Harini, open your mouth.
Low tensile.
Tensile strength. That is what. Write it. Read out. Mr. Johan. Right, next. Seventh property. Are you clear with the sixth property? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Seventh property. Right.
No doubt, sir.
This property I already taught you. What is the most of the metals are what state? Metals-3, Akilan. Most of the metals are what state?
Solid.
State only. And only one metal which is in what state? Liquid state.
Mercury is in
Is there any metal in gaseous state? Is there any metal in gaseous state?
No, sir.
Understand? No metal. Right. Metals are solids at room temperature. Seventh property. Metals are solids at solids at room temperature. Metals are solids at room temperature. So is there any metal which is at gaseous state? Yes.
No, sir.
So all the metals are solid at
Except mercury.
room temperature. Exemption what? Exception. Except
Mercury.
mercury. Except
Mercury is a liquid.
except mercury, that is what Hd. So except mercury, mercury only liquid at room temperature. Is it okay? Va?
Yes, sir.
Room temperature. That is what you have to remember. So is there any metal which is in gaseous state? No. Understand? That is what. So only one metal which is in liquid state at room temperature is mercury. So all are remaining, all are what? All are what?
Solid.
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 So examples. Can you give the examples? Silver, Ag.
Sir,
Understand?
all the metals. Sir.
Yeah, gold, Au. Iron, what is the symbol of iron? Fe. Understanding? Copper, what is the symbol of copper? Cu.
Cu.
etc. That's all. Write it. This is the seventh property. Any doubt? Ask me.
No, sir.
Yes, right.
No, sir.
Yes. Next. Once it is completed, let me know. Next property. Can I say next property?
Yes, sir.
Right. Metals generally have high melting points and boiling points. Metals generally have high melting point. See, single class, they can finish properties of metals, properties of non-metals, and properties of metallites also. Understand, Hari? But we are spending more time so that you should be very, very clear about the concepts. Metals generally have high melting point and boiling points. What do you mean by melting points and boiling points? Anybody can answer?
Sir, gold can
Temperature.
be melted, sir, and can be compressed. Sir.
Chapter 1 we studied melting
So
point.
temperature.
Yes, melting point means at a particular temperature where a solid can converting into which state? Liquid state. Understanding? BP, boiling point, means at a particular temperature where, respond, Mitaksiri, don't know, liquid can be converting into gaseous state.
Gas.
Understand? So that is what boiling point we can say. Even I told you the example of melting point of water. What is that? MP of
Gold.
ice, which is 0 degrees Celsius. Understanding? BP of boiling point of water. What is the boiling point of water? Ready?
100 degrees Celsius.
Yes. Understanding? Now, this is water example, but water is not element. Water is a what? Compound. Understanding? Name, just for name, I am explaining again. Now, I am saying metals. Is it metals can melt easily by 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees? Is it?
No, sir.
No. So they are extremely high melting points. That is what metals need thousands of degrees Celsius to melt it. That is what metals generally have high melting points and boiling points. Write it. Most of metals melt and vaporize at high temperatures. Most of metals melts and vaporize. What do you mean by vaporize, Mitaksri, Harini? Vaporize, converting into gaseous.
Evaporate.
Understanding? Yeah, evaporation. Evaporation, not boiling, you can say. Converting into gas state. Vaporize at high temperatures. At
Sir,
high,
very high temperature.
yeah, high temperatures. High temperature. Now, for example, if you take iron, can you guess the iron melting point? Anybody? See symbol. What is symbol of iron? Anybody?
1000
Melting point of iron, if we'll take, do you understanding? Around 1535 degrees Celsius. What is that?
1535 degrees.
Celsius. Now, melting point itself this much means. Then boiling point, you know that?